Welcome back to another edition of the CEO's Blog. I'm sitting here with Harness Racing New South Wales boss John Dummesy. John, how are you?
I'm well, Amanda. Yourself?
I'm well. Plenty happening at Tamworth as well.
Yeah, Tamworth. We've had that little break from racing at the Paceway Tamworth. We're back on tomorrow night, and I must advise our participants, everything's safe and well and operational there. You won't see the finished product, and that was never going to be the case, but everything's well there. We're back at Tamworth, where we love racing. We thank the Armidale Club for the wonderful assistance they gave, but back at headquarters for the Northwest, Tamworth Paceway, and all systems going.
Okay, so when will they get to see the final product?
It'll be another 2 or 3 weeks before finally the roofing. The sheeting goes on the roof of the new stables, but yes, it looks a little bit like a construction zone, but as I say, it's safe and operational. And we prefer to race at Paceway Tamworth, and that's where we'll be. Okay,
well, talking about track developments, how are we tracking along at Wagga?
The finite details, we're getting there now. It's like anything. You build a house, you say, oh, I would like that window a different way. They're the little issues we're dealing with, if they are issues at Wagga, but it's all coming along very, very well. Anyone that wants to do a drive past from down around the Wagga region, of course, go along and see how far this empty paddock has come in what is a long time, but it's a reasonably short time.
And all on track at this stage?
All on track for that Sunday, March 10 official opening.
Okay. Well, one track that only races twice a year is Blaney, and they had their Carnival Cups meeting on Sunday. And
as I predicted last week, it would be outstanding, and it was outstanding, and I can't compliment the boys up there. They're hard-working. They do a marvellous job. I didn't get there. I watched all the pictures on television, but it was a great crowd. It looked like a very enthusiastic crowd. The guy there, I think it was the last race, it was jumping up and down on the outside fence. That's what it's about, going to the track, so I encourage people to go to the track and join in that excitement. But a great day. And to Robby Morris, 1,200 winners, I believe he's now hit as a driver.
Yes.
He was there with young Josh Gallagher, and they took out the last, thank God, because it's a long way from Menangle to Blaney to compete. So,
yeah, maybe that's why that gentleman was so excited on the fence when Dance for Glory won.
Yes, he certainly was excited.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Robby Morris, well, he's been in good form?
He's always in good form, Robbie. He's come through the junior ranks. He's established. He's very fortunate. He has the driving capacity for one of the strongest stables, Lucky Lodge, and Kerry Ann Turner's doing a marvellous job there, and of course with Peter Senior and Margaret supporting them, and they've got a good team of young people that do a great job, and that's what we're all about, getting the results, and you'll get the results if you do the work, and that's one team that really does the work. They'll travel. Blaney, yes, but they'll travel to Newcastle quite often, and more often than not to Bathurst as well. So you reap what you sow, and if you work hard, you will certainly get the benefits.
Yeah, well, Robbie drove his 1,200 winner at Canberra at the beginning of this month.
Oh, there's another long trip down the road, so well done to them.
And Squire. Yeah, there we go. We're talking about young talent. The Australasian Young Drivers Championship kicks off tomorrow, actually, at Redcliffe.
At Redcliffe. Chris Geary, we've a lot of pressure on you, Chris, because we do expect you to win. We will certainly have you back if you don't, but good luck to you. Good luck to everyone that's competing in that series. These series are really good, Amanda, because they bring all the young people together, they form a bond, and they become the senior drivers of the future. So good luck to everyone, but especially to Chris. Yeah,
well, Chris, he finished third in last year's series, so he's got a good record. And Todd McCarthy won the series before that, so no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all, Chris. No, nothing.
All right, let's talk about Inter-Dominion. Final rankings were released this morning.
Yes, and our horse, Tiger Tara, is on top. Sterling effort in New Zealand. Kevin said he took the blame for the defeat on the Friday. Too much grass. It is rich over there, and we are in a drought. But Tiger Tara, he's number one in the rankings for that Inter-Dominion in Melbourne, commencing on December 1, ID 18, and our supports to every horse that's in it, that they have good racing luck. We're a little bit more support of New South Wales horses, and we've got Joe Star and Mia there as well. He's a horse that not to be missed, and Shane and Lauren Tritton with Maxim throwing the money down and getting that late entry. Well, they've been rewarded with number 14 in the ranking. So everyone, good racing. It'll be fantastic racing. It's good to see the Inter-Dominion back in its previous format here on the Eastern Seaboard. So look out for that as well.
Yeah, Maximan, it's ironic. They claimed him for $25,000 at Melton. He's come up, he's won over $33,000, and they just forked out $20,000 as a late nomination fee for that Inter.
Yeah, trained from the Menangle Park Training Centre too. I don't know whether that is the difference between where he was and to where he is, but I must mention Tabcorp are the sponsors of the Inter-Dominion, and they're great supporters of harness racing right across Australia. So, as I say, it'll be a great series.
Okay. We're talking about series. Let's talk about the rewards series. You have some changes.
Yeah, some changes there. We've been through 4 months of racing the rewards series. It started off slow. It's now building momentum to the fact we had 3 heats of the one series the other night, but little bit of tinkering. These horses only have to have 4 starts before they're eligible to compete in the series, and they only have to be trained in the state for 2 months by New South Wales licensed trainers. So that makes it a little bit easier to get in, but it's certainly hit the mark. It's hitting the right horses are winning. Of course, there'll be a horse that comes through that is pretty dominant, and that will be, and why shouldn't they be rewarded in this series? They've probably suffered an injury as a young horse, but no, it's all about returning to participants, and it is certainly hitting the mark.
Yeah, great. And you can head to the Harness Racing New South Wales website for more information, and you can also head there later on this afternoon to see the 2-year-old racing calendar, which will be released. Yeah,
it's out for 2019. Harness Racing New South Wales took that revolutionary, but I'll say evolutionary step in saying there'd be no racing before January 1. This will be the 3rd calendar we put out. It's certainly delivering results. What is so good about it, you've got the calendar. If you've got a certain horse, you get an injury, whatever, you know when that race is going to be somewhere down the track. 6 horses, 6 original nominations, and we'll run these races. 12 nominations, and we'll split the race, and there'll be 2 races. And these are additional. These additional races to the calendar, so it's not as if we're replacing races for other horses. So yeah, it'll be out this afternoon, and already we're seeing things. The Leeton Breeders' Plate for 2019, there's no pay up. So when those heats are on in the middle of January, there is no pay up. There'll be an announcement, I think, next week about the prize money around the Leeton Breeders' Plate. We don't need negativity in this sport. We want positive announcements, positive media, and I think Leeton will have something to say next week.
Oh, good. We'll look forward to it. How about Mini Masterpiece? I think that horse had something to say at Armidale last week.
Certainly did. We talked about how good the results out of the guaranteed mares races, and here we have that afternoon $252 it paid on the New South Wales TAB for David Munsey and Courtney Sutherland. Great work. Yes, it was an upset, but it was a product of one of those mares races. And that's the main thing. We were able to separate mares away from other horses. They race against their own sex. That's what we're being asked for. That's what we're delivering, and we're certainly getting the results. But yeah, $252. That's
the fixed odds.
No, that was the TAB dividend. If you went fixed odds, you missed out this time. 151. But no, $252. Good luck to them, and I hope Courtney's grandmother had some a dollar on it, and I hope David Munsey, who is always concerned, David, about opportunities. Well, there was an opportunity presented, taken, and well and truly won. So good luck to them.
Worked out well. All right, John, huge edition. Do you have anything else to add to it?
No, only we'll be back next week and we'll have more news.
I look forward to it. All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Amanda.